What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie here all day. So, Zevia. I used a black cherry, but this is vanilla cola. Zevia is a healthier alternative to soda. Now, I know if you marinate a steak in a regular soda for anything more than really 2 hours, but for 24 hours especially, your meat is going to get a bit mushy. The sugar is going to cling to the outside, so if you put it on a hot pan or in extreme heat, it's just going to burn the sugar. The corn syrup absolutely destroys the steak. It ruins proteins. It does a whole lot of bad stuff. So I thought, why not take a Zevia? And again, I used black cherry. It was just my last can of black cherry, so this is what I have. And do a 24-hour marinade in black cherry. You can see that beautiful color. It looks really nice. And see if the steak holds up and it doesn't get all mushy. Now, Zevia, obviously, like I said, a healthier alternative to soda. This is 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 sodium, 0 carbohydrates, 0 sugars, and it has no high fructose corn syrup. As a matter of fact, the ingredients are carbonated water, natural flavors, stevia extract instead of sugar, and then it uses a tartaric acid, caffeine, and citric acid. So the only thing that could possibly hurt the steak would be the acids. But when you put soda on a steak, it's not the acids that are destroying it, it's the sugars and the corn syrup. So I have high hopes that marinating for 24 hours that way is going to make a really nice steak. So this is my plan. I am going to put this steak just like this. Now, the only seasoning was on the actual band of fat. This is a New York strip. This is one that I butchered. That's why it's so nice and fat. But so this the seasoning was only in the fat. Everything else is done by the soda, but the soda pretty much washed off all the seasoning anyway. So I'm going to have a steak that is completely black cherry flavored, I am hoping. So I'm going to go put it in the air fryer. And then what I want to do is crust it. So let's go do that. And just if you've ever thought about getting an air fryer, I had one that ended up crapping the bed after a year, but I use it every day. This is the Kasori. I got this at Walmart. This is a really, really nice air fryer. You can see it's got all that on there. And basically, if I want to cook steak, it just changes the temperature in minutes to what I need. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You can roast, you can bake, you can broil. This thing is basically like having a small oven without a burner. It's pretty cool. All right, so I put some tin foil down on the bottom because when you cook steak, it's going to obviously have fats leak out. And it's just a better way to keep your unit cleaned by putting tin foil underneath. Now, this particular unit, I was just telling you how cool it is. It actually has dual heating. It's from the top and bottom. Most of them are just from the top. So this thing is really good. And what that means is I don't have to flip my meat, my steak, where in other air fryers where it's just one directional, you have to flip it halfway through. This one, all I do is set to steak, hit play, and wait 8 minutes. While I wait for my steak, I figure it's a good time to have my daily vitamins that make me feel good, make me large and in charge. So I have a little 10-ounce bottle of this stuff. It's Bloom Greens and Superfoods. It's for digestion, bloating, gives you good energy. This is watermelon flavor. It's actually not so bad. So I have that. That's how I wash down all my stuff, like my wild Alaskan salmon oil, awesome for the body. I do have a one a day, just for a multivitamin. I take milk thistle. That's actually great for things like your liver. Speaking of your liver and a good way to stay strong, I use L-carnitine with alpha lipoic. L-carnitine is crazy important for your body. And for gut, I use apple cider vinegar. So that is my daily regimen. Not too bad. So right now I'm just heating up a frying pan on high heat, and I'm doing it without butter. This is going to be a dry pan just so I can get a nice little crust on there. Normally I would use a butter, but since this thing was marinated in a liquid, it should be okay. All right, so it's been 8 minutes. I just want to do a nice test on my steak. Oh, that is really nice. See, unlike soda, real soda, it doesn't give that nasty, slimy, mushy feel. So I think this is going to be a-okay. All I need to do now is put it on that hot pan and give it a sear. I like to test my pan heat by going fat side first. And if I get that nice hardcore sizzle, just like that, then I know my pan is just about hot enough. I want it a little bit hotter, but just about hot enough to drop it on there. Now the reason I want a really hot pan is because I don't want to cook the meat any more than it already is. It's already cooked all the way through. All I want to do is crust the top and bottom. So with my fat now getting nice and hot, and I'll move some of that nice fat liquid around. Now what I'm going to do is just drop my steak down and give it 1 to 2 minutes. I don't want to overcook it, so it won't be on there for very long. Flip it over for a test, and you can see how really nicely that crust is coming along. And just like that, that's a pretty nice looking steak. That's cooked at a beautiful medium rare. Absolutely beautiful on the inside. But now's my favorite part. Time to see if the Zevia made the cut. Wow. I can really get that black cherry flavor in there. It's not... ooh, that's nice. It's not overimposing. It didn't hurt the steak in any way. The camera, for some reason, always makes it look pinker than it is. I don't know why. It's not that dark, but the camera really doesn't do it justice. That looks really pink there, but in real life it's not, I promise. But it's just absolutely wonderful. That was a good flavor. That's a good flavor. So now I know, because this is the first time I tried it. I haven't seen anybody use Zevia. So now I know I can do a soda marinade without burning the steak because of the sugar, or ruining the steak, ruining the meat because of the high fructose corn syrup. This is really freaking good. That first bite I took, I was just taking it all in, but the aftertaste hits, and it's like, wow, that black cherry is a winner on this too. That's fantastic. All right, I'm gonna go eat my steak. Zevia marinated in a steak. Winner. Chicken dinner. That's delicious. That's it for this one. I am Donnie B all day. Until next video.